I hate videos. Now, you may be wondering, if I hate videos, what the heck am I doing here? Happy Wednesday, everyone. I'm super excited because I get to spend some time with all of you. I hope you can hear me and everything is awesome. Um, I am going to be bringing on an amazing guest. Her name is Candice Cheng, and she is joining us all the way from Singapore. Before I do anything, I'm just waiting for the song on the radio to finish playing. But please drop us a comment if you're watching live and let us know where you're tuning in from. We'd love to make you part of the conversation, so please do that. Woo! If you are listening on radio, that was South African singing sensation Elvira Standili bringing us her rendition of Yolanda Adams's song Still I Rise. And I am now live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And hello to everyone who is tuned in on this side on video. My name is Inge van Roy, and I am known as a connection catalyst. I help entrepreneurs and manufacturers develop a strategy so that they can stand out and connect with their ideal community. Once again, if you are watching live, please drop us a comment and let us know where you're tuning in from. And if you would like to, you may actually join the conversation on the AfriKaap Online Radio's WhatsApp group. You can do so. Excuse me. You can do so by sending us a message on WhatsApp to. Excuse me. Sorry. This is live. So +2 7 6 9 7 1 4 4 5 2 0 4. Excuse me. Um, and if you're listening already, please send me a message. Let us know you're tuned in and be part of the conversation. I'm anticipating an awesome conversation because the lady I'm bringing on is truly worthy of the title Wonder Woman. Her name is Candice Cheng, and she's joining us all the way from Singapore. She and I will be talking to you about mindset. And, you know, before we dive deep, let's get into what is mindset. When people talk about mindset, they are referring to the way we think about ourselves, our abilities, and our circumstances. Our mindset can have a powerful impact on our emotions, our behavior, and overall well being. People talk about two types of mindsets. They are a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. A fixed mindset is the belief that our abilities and qualities are set in stone and cannot be changed. On the other hand, a growth mindset is the belief that our abilities and qualities can be developed through hard work, dedication, and learning. Overall, Having a growth mindset can help us approach life with greater positivity, flexibility, and resilience. Of course, we want to strive to have a growth mindset because a fixed mindset will really get you nowhere slowly. Without further ado, let's welcome Candice Ching to the stream. Hello, Candice. I can't hear you. I think you may be on mute.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Oh, by the way, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Inga, and everyone who is watching or who's listening to us.
Thank you. Good,
Yeah,
good morning to you, I guess.
mine's
Uh,
morning actually.
yes. If you don't
Mm.
know, it is 12:30 a.m. for Candice, where she is. Um, So thank you. Thank you for being here with us. I know that it's very late, but I appreciate that you've been able to step in and come and join us. It's really such a privilege and an honor to have you here. So thank you.
No, first of all, let me thank you for inviting me here. I'm truly, truly honored to be on your show because I've always admired you know, how you really built your community, really.
Thank you.
And yeah, and I'm the night owl, so 12:30 a.m. is perfect for me. It's okay.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Honestly, I just look forward to our conversation and learning from you, Candice, because like I said to everybody earlier, you are awesome and you truly are worthy of that title, Wonder Woman. Um, won't you please introduce yourself? Tell everyone who you are and what you do.
Okay, thank you so much. Actually, I'm humbled by what you said. But okay, to intro myself, I'm the founder of a training and consulting company called The Arts. So I just want to explain and let's spell out this word, right? THEARTZ, right? Or Z.
Mhm.
So why do I have this name? It's because when I first thought about a name for my company, there is only one word that appeared in my mind. That's all. I couldn't think of anything else except the word heart. HEART. Can you see this? So if you take away
Oh,
the T and you remove the Z behind, what is
heart.
left is the word heart. Yeah.
Yes.
And heart also means that it means a lot. It means that we're training the art, which is a skill set, and the heart. Because you can never train skills on its own. You
Yes.
must touch the audience and they have to be moved to be transformed. So, meaning
Yes.
that whatever we say needs to resonate with them. So, then what is the T in front is transformation.
Wow.
Yeah. And what do you think the Z is, Inga?
Ah, I have no idea.
So, people have
Jesus.
been talking about Gen Z, right? Quite a lot.
Ah,
And so, to me, the Z means the future. It means that
beautiful.
we're always looking at the future and always we're relevant. Okay. Okay, sorry. I spent so much time talking
No.
about the company name.
That is awesome because you really put so much thought into what you want to represent you. And it really speaks to me because I know who you are right here, right? You really it's your passion, what you do, it's your passion. So that is just such a privilege and an honor to hear the story behind it. That's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. So
You're
I'm
welcome.
also, yeah, sorry.
No,
So
that's
I'm
fine.
also the Chief Transformation Officer of Go Global Business School, Singapore. And, regarding what I do, I'm the master trainer, self empowerment specialist, international speaker, and author of two books with other authors. Okay,
Nice.
I've written one chapter in each book, and I founded the High Touch System, and this is for client experience and communication, focusing both on external clients and internal teams. So one of my training is called Growing Raving Fans, but it's not about having many fans. It's really about having a happy internal team who
Yes.
can then touch the hearts of our clients again. Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So during the pandemic and now endemic, of course, I help organizations navigate through uncertain times to bring fresh perspectives into the learning and development space. All right.
Yes.
And I've also increasingly been helping individuals and organizations build and professionals build resilience in order to achieve peak performance. And resilience is very much connected to mindset. So this is really my favorite topic. And
Beautiful.
I just want to finish off by saying in our consulting arm, we also help organizations achieve resilience,
Love it.
financial resilience. And this means helping them to optimize their profits, illuminate more opportunities,
Yes.
and you know help them uncover all these savings that they can put back into the business for better use. Yeah.
I love it. I also would like you to tell us about an accolade that you received from your country, please.
Accolade. Oh, okay. So I have received. I'm the Lady of Excellence of Singapore in which year? Two
I
thousand
think that,
and twenty-one. I think.
yes, I think 21.
Yes.
And what does that mean?
Basically, I was nominated, and it's due to what I contribute to the community, and of course, that is around resilience and my own story as well. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Mm.
Beautiful. I love that. Thank you for sharing that with us. Let us go to the comments and just hear what people are saying. I see somebody said, this is Danica. She says, hello. Thank you, Danica, for tuning in. And then we have beautiful Whitney Koch tuning in from Katy, Texas. Nice to see you. Danica says she's tuned in from Dubai. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, Danica. I'm laughing because I saw Whitney's comment because I was sneezing at the
Yes.
beginning of the segment. But thank you, Whitney. She says, "Bless you, Inga." Jamie Fagan, he says, is tuned in. Jamie is in Canada. He's not too far from where I am, actually. So nice to see you. Thank you, Jamie. Wow. I have a Facebook user. I can't see who it is, but they're saying that they're watching from Khayelitsha, Cape Town. I really hope, whoever this is, I hope that you heard the music I was playing because I played some awesome South African music. Thank you for being here with us as well. Do you know Chow Boon Sam?
Yes.
He
My
says
friend
hello
in
from
Vancouver.
Vancouver. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. It's your friend Candace.
Yes. Thank you, Charles.
Awesome. Thank you. And of course, I love to see networking in the comments. This is awesome. And he says hello to you, Candace.
For
And
the first
with this, yes,
You know,
go
for
ahead.
the first time he's attending, like he's supporting me in Vancouver time because usually he has to stay up late when it's Singapore time. Mm.
So he was excited probably to be able to tune in, and
Yes,
it's so day for him because it's 9:45, I think, in Vancouver right now. They are 3 hours behind me. Um, Whitney's asking Jamie, no, not sailing today. Jamie works for the Canadian National Coast Guard. So,
Mm,
but he has a stint where he's on ship and a stint where he's off as well. Nice to see you here. Thank you. And Whitney says, "Thank you,
wow,
Candace, for staying up for us."
I'm really
Yes.
happy to do it. Yes.
Oh my gosh. And Chow Bunsum is commenting on the name of the arts. He said it's such a meaningful name. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes, and Jamie says, can you go ahead and read what he says, please?
That name explanation is amazing in the depth of meaning, passion, and emotion in it. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes. That's why I was just listening. I was eating it up when you were sharing about it, and you didn't have to apologize. I'm glad that you shared with us the meaning of your business. And Whitney says, Lady of Excellence. What an awesome title. It's beautiful. It is.
Thank you.
Let me see. I also received a message from someone. I'm not sure if I can share your name, but they said, tuned in and listening to you. Thank you for being here. And I have someone, Lady C is also tuned in and listening. She's, yes. And she says, Noreen says, I'm here and I was just listening to Superwoman by Alicia Keys on my way home earlier. Yes, I love that song. Maybe I'll play it for you later. Um, Cecilia also says, good evening, Inga. I'm tuned in. And Kenny says, Still I Rise. Oh, this was the song that I played just before you and I went live. She says she loves it. Oh, let me just read. There's a message here. Cecilia Less, one of my fellow presenters, she posted this in the WhatsApp group. She says, Mindset, it's all about mindset. From the moment you wake up to the moment you rest your head at night, everything is up to you. Your emotions, your thoughts, your perceptions, your reactions, every moment, right? Isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
Yeah. Um, and then we have Audrey Weber. She says, good evening, Inga and AKR family. Thank you for being here with us, Audrey. Nice to see you. And she says, she's responding to what I just read about mindset that Cecilia posted. And
Mm,
she says, especially when you run your own business, right? As a solopreneur, that is so important. The mindset, the mindset. Nareen is commenting. She says, your mind is a muscle that requires exercise like any other. Woo!
yeah,
Yes,
that's great. Yeah.
yes.
That's
And
why
we also,
I always
yeah.
talk about a workout for the mind, brain
Oh,
workout. Mm.
yes, yes. And we also have Shawnee Peterson tuned in. She says, hello, peeps. Thank you, Shawnee, for tuning in. Nice to have you here with us. So let's dive into the conversation. Are you ready to be in the hot seat, Candace?
Yes, yes.
Awesome. Okay, let's um, let's start at the beginning. Won't you share with us your your career journey, where you started, and how you got to where you are today, please?
Wow. It's a long journey. Are you sure you want to listen to it?
You can give us the meat and the potatoes. How about that? The highlights.
Okay. Right. Childhood dream was to be a teacher. I think that's quite common, right? And what I want to say is that, sometimes we don't, we, in the end, I didn't become a teacher and I didn't choose to be a teacher because, well, not knowing so much about the profession then, I thought it may be a bit routine teaching academic subjects day in and day out. So I ended up working in an executive recruitment firm and I enjoyed it very much. So one day I was looking at the papers. Wow, maybe this is revealing my age or something because these days you look online for your job, but those days we look at the
The
newspaper, right?
newspaper.
Yes. So, and I saw this ad um, that says training manager with, I'm sure it was like 3 to 5 years experience. I mean, that's the norm, right? So I was thinking, okay, training manager, what does the person do, by the way? Is it like a teacher, but maybe more fun than a teacher? Because this is training adults. And
Mm.
I don't know why, I just applied for it. I think at that time, maybe it was an impulse, but on hindsight, it's really great. I think sometimes in life, we think too much. And this is again back to the mindset because if we think and then we try to reason with ourselves, maybe I don't have the experience or maybe I
Yeah,
can't do it, then nothing gets done. We
yeah,
just stand behind that line. All right, we stay in our comfort zone.
yeah.
So I don't know what made me just write in, but thank goodness I was called for interview. I didn't get
Oh,
this job, of course, and they didn't interview me for the job, but they offered me another truly exciting position. That's assistant trainer. That is good enough, because I didn't have any experience, right? So
yes,
I went in and really didn't know what it entails, all right? I was with the Estee Lauder group of companies.
yes.
And,
Oh,
you know, I think after some time in the company, my recruiter, who was
yes,
my immediate supervisor, right? She was the training manager then. Her name is Pamela Holden. Yeah. Um, she told me, you know what? When I interviewed you, I thought you are too fragile, too
wow.
soft, and you. I was afraid that you'd be bullied by the staff. But at the same time, I thought that you can do it. You know, something tells me that you can do it. And so she hired me. So I'm truly grateful. And I wanted to say her name here because she's my first ever mentor, right?
Beautiful.
Yes, she was so, she is till today so charismatic, all right? And she could just go on stage and be herself. And, you know, I was learning. So I was her assistant, I was developing the notes and making it more creative and learning step by step. And later on, I also did the training, I did client workshops and so forth. So that's how I really started, all right, in the training field.
Wow. I love
Yeah.
that because, you know, before you actually came on live, I
Mm.
spoke about the growth mindset and a quote that I came across that speaks about if you are not growing, you are dying.
Oh,
And the
yeah.
only way that we can grow is if we step out of our comfort zone and confront the fear so that we can grow.
Mm.
So that's
Exactly.
what you did. That's what you
Yes.
did. You saw that ad in the paper and you didn't let that stop you where it said you need 3 to 5 years. You still applied. And look, something came of it. That's so beautiful.
Yes.
It it just goes to show and it should teach us to all just get out of our own way because many of us have these parameters that we set within our minds that tell us that tell us no, you can't apply for this, you can't do this because of
Mm.
X, Y, and Z. And sometimes we just really need to embrace it, take the bull by the horns, and try. You never know what can come from it, right?
Yes. And I also call it the gloom gloom mindset or the
Oh,
bloom mindset.
I
So
love
it's
that.
either gloom or bloom.
Yeah.
Mm,
Wow. Gloom or bloom. I love that. That's awesome.
yes.
Yes, Whitney is agreeing with us. She says, confront the fear so we can grow. Absolutely. I love that. Oh my word. Step out of your comfort zone.
Mm. So when I started, right, and then
Yeah.
I realized that, hey, this is my cup of tea and I really enjoy it. So you must read. Oh, I didn't mention. I think you know from what Pamela's comments were. I actually was an introvert. Oh, by the way, I'm still an introvert actually, unless I'm really on the training stage, so to speak, and
Yes.
I can be like a different person, but on my own, I'm back to my introvert
So,
comfort zone. Yes. So,
wow.
yeah, so I realized that we all have different styles, right? So we can be like a trainer who is totally like dynamic and, doing whatever, but okay, but we also can have yeah, everybody has a different style, so you show your true self, your authenticity, and that's the
Yeah.
most important. And make sure that whatever you say, if it's authentic, if it's from your heart, it will touch the hearts of the participants or the audience.
Yes.
It's really that easy.
Yes. You need to be authentic, to show up as you. Don't pretend to be somebody else because there can only be one you, right? I love that. Um,
Yes.
let me, I just would like to show you this. So, Chow Boon Sam says,
What?
Candace, what is in your mind when you applied for the position of training manager where you have no experience in it?
Okay, let me think, all right? I- I'm sure it was curiosity. I was just
Ah,
curious what the training manager does. And instead of finding out, I just went ahead to apply.
wow,
I
that's
think,
awesome.
yeah, I think many a times we just think too much. And what I want to say is that we have to trust our instinct. Like sometimes when an opportunity knocks on your door, your
Yeah,
first instinct is correct,
yes,
right? And
yes,
yeah, for me, when chance knocks on your door, you must take it. But after that, of course, I mean, depends on what opportunity, okay? If it's
yeah,
something that you have to, I don't know, put an investment or put money in it, then you
yes,
please do your due diligence. But if it's a job, it's something that you're passionate about, trust yourself.
yes. I
Mm,
love that. Ooh. If it's something that you're passionate about, trust your instincts.
mm.
I got a message from someone saying that they were listening on radio, but it's very soft. So I turned up the volume.
Oh, okay.
Um, I turned up the volume. It's not you, don't worry. It was my
Mm.
settings, so I've turned it up. I have somebody that sent me a message and said, "Yep, it's definitely me. Overthinking. I love this conversation. This topic is really speaking to me. So important to remember those that came alongside us on our journey and made an impact in our lives. Yep, we need to step out of the comfort zone." And she said to me, actually, she says, I'm sitting here and laughing because it's like your guest is speaking to me. I know that feeling. I know that feeling. Let's say hello. Hello to you, Tanya Samuels. Thank you for tuning in. She says, "Good evening, AKR family. Inga, I'm tuned in. Nice to see you here, Lady Tanya." And then Chrislyn says, "Yes, ladies, we need to get out of our own way and step out of our comfort zone." Woo! Yep, exactly. I honestly, Candice, that move, it's like you're playing chess, right? But that move that you made was way out of your comfort zone. And it just speaks to me of the mindset, not just your curiosity, but really your mindset that you could do this, right?
Mm,
Whereas somebody else would say, well, okay, training manager, nope,
I
that's
can't.
not me, right?
Yeah. So
Wow.
I must say, I always believe that if something, if it's okay, that is quite different, right? I applied for it, but let's
Yes.
say if there's a promotion opportunity or something that's offered to you, even if I don't know how to do it, I always believe that again, this opportunity is at my doorstep.
Wow.
I have to take it, and then I just learn how to do it.
Wow.
Yeah, and I just do it step by step. So what happens is that very often we are in our comfort zone and we're thinking, should we step out? And we have all the reasons why we cannot, right?
Yeah.
What
Yep.
I just want to assure everyone is that just step out a little bit, okay? Just step out one step, and then you will find that it will continue. And as you
Yes.
continue, you're going to
Yes.
feel very comfortable with it. Mm.
Yes. Yes. I love that. You know, I'm going to share something with the listeners. Um, I traveled to South Africa at the end of January. Uh, and I was there for about 2 to 3 weeks. During that time, I was interviewed by a presenter on this radio station. And I had no idea. When I left Canada, I had no idea that when I came back, I would be a presenter for this radio station.
Wow.
And I will say that, yes, there were obstacles along the way. I needed to get equipment. I needed to learn how to do this. And even for my first show, my sound from this lap, because I used two laptops, by the way. I used two laptops to be able to broadcast for you. Um, and the first day that I had, you were with me, Candice. You were with me on my maiden show. And the first day, my sound didn't transmit from the one laptop to the other one. And I couldn't figure it out because we were live, but I did something that enabled people to be able to hear what was being said on this live stream and transmit it over to the radio. Um, but the thing is, it's really about getting out of your own way. Stop seeing the obstacles and rather see the opportunities, right? And that's what you did. So let's go back. So after you did that role,
Mhm.
the assistant trainer role, how did you go from there to starting your own business?
Yeah, so after the assistant trainer, I became, let me see, I became training manager, then sales and education manager, and then regional. So after 6 years in the company, I just went into a regional training job. Again, very new, right? You're in charge of like Asia Pacific. And of course, I'm nervous, like anybody else, because there's always a first time that you're doing that job. But still, just take it and learn and be humble and learn, how to do it. And you get better and better at it. So I was then like, yeah, all the way. in a regional position. But having said that, it doesn't mean that I'm always so sure of myself. I'm always, out there, but we need constant reminder. I would maybe share another side of the story, and that is when I was doing my regional job. In fact, when my son was 1 year old, I went through a divorce already. So it was very difficult because of custody issues and all that. But mostly it was the job that required me to travel so much.
Yeah.
So I always depended on my sister again, my sister, my nieces, to help look after my son. And I enjoyed, because it's still training, I enjoyed my job so much, right? I was in a luxury retail company, but I traveled all over. But I must tell you, I didn't really get to see the world because it was always
Yeah.
last flight out, first flight back.
Yeah.
The meetings are packed and will fly back at the first instance.
Yeah.
Um, put down my bag, take a shower, and rush to my sister's house to bring my son back, because I felt that. So, whatever time I have out of work, I must spend with him, right?
Yeah.
So then, at one stage, okay, let me tell you this story. At one stage, right, I begin to love bird cage.
Oh,
Not
yes.
the real bird. I mean, not the actual bird cage, but the decorative ones, which look so beautiful, right?
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yes. So I just fell in love with them. I think during our training, we used that also for our decor, and like, oh, I wanted to buy it. And I started collecting bird cage. And I remember once um, I had this bird cage, right? It's white in color. And I told my colleagues, right, that, you know what? I'm picturing a cat inside the bird cage. I'm sorry to all cat lovers. It's the I think it's the cartoon that
Yes.
impressed me, right?
Tweety
And
bird. Yes.
yes, and the bird on top of the cage outside. And I always had this image in my mind. And one day, I finally realized why I love birdcage so much.
Oh.
It's because the bird is actually me. So I felt caged in.
Uh
I
huh.
felt that I was chained, all right, to my job. But you know what? I really love my job. I love working in MNCs, and I found it so challenging. But at the
Yeah.
same time, I always wanted to set up my own company.
Wow.
While I was working, I told my boss that one day I'm going to set up my own company, right?
Yeah.
And when I left finally, and I did my like farewell, like we had a farewell, what do you call it, speech. And
Yeah.
I told them that image has changed, because now the bird is flying out from the cage.
Wow.
But guess what? The image I had was the bird with the key in the mouth. I mean,
Wow.
on the
Wow.
beak, right? It's
Yes.
holding on to the key.
Yeah.
It's as though I was so afraid that I would just fly away from all my responsibilities, that I need to come back, you know. So, yeah. And now,
Wow.
finally, after many years, and my son is more grown up, the bird is out of the cage.
Yeah.
Mm.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And that really ties in to something that I spoke about earlier before you came on. Because if you're watching live and you can see what I'm wearing a dashiki, everyone, and this is traditional African garb. It is worn by South Africans as well as other African countries. It's a dashiki, and I just love my dashiki. But
Mm.
tomorrow is Freedom Day in South Africa, and
Wow.
you know, um, I I actually looked this up because I was thinking that there is definitely a relation between freedom and mindset. And here's what I found. I just want to read it to you. It says, freedom and mindset are closely related. Mindset refers to the set of attitudes, beliefs, and assumptions that a person holds about themselves, others, as well as the world around them. A person's mindset can influence how they perceive and respond to situations, opportunities, and challenges in their life. Freedom, on the other hand, refers to the state of being free, independent, and self determined. When a person has freedom, they have the ability to make choices and decisions based on their own beliefs and values without being constrained by external factors. Ooh. And then it goes on to say that a person's mindset can impact their ability to experience freedom, right?
Mm.
You know, this makes me think of, I don't know if you know, but in Asia and in India as well, elephants are raised in captivity. And what they do is when when the elephant is very little, they tie a rope around its leg, right? And the elephant learns that the rope is stronger than them.
Mm.
Of course, when they grow bigger, the rope is no longer stronger than them, but they remain in captivity with this dingy rope, the rope that's now very thin, very frail in comparison to them. They still remain in captivity because they've been
Mm.
taught that that rope is stronger than them, even though now they're much stronger than the actual rope. They don't escape, they remain there.
Wow, that's really the conditioning. Yeah,
Yes.
that conditioning of the mind. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
And mindset is sort of conditioning, right? Because you can actually develop that mindset. You can develop a growth mindset. You know, I know this because I've been there. I was stuck in the corporate world for almost 20 years. And I got up, went to work, came back home, and rinse and repeat. I did that every day. And then I got out. And it's as
Mm.
if I've been unleashed. There are so many different things that I've done now since I became an entrepreneur that I never did before. So you can develop a growth mindset. If you have a fixed one, guess what? It's not the end. You can develop a different one. But Candice, I
Mm.
we can revisit this. I because I'm looking at the time
Okay.
and I realize we have about 15 minutes left. It's
Oh,
crazy
wow.
how quickly the time has gone.
Exactly.
So I just wanted to say that, and I will remind people tied into my African heritage is the principle of Ubuntu. You've heard me speak about Ubuntu before, and I'm sure many people have. And then there are some that actually don't know what it is. So let me display it here for us, and I can read it for you. So, Ubuntu is an ancient African word and it means humanity to others. It's often described as reminding us that I am because we are. And the reason why Ubuntu is so important to me is because the person that you see here today, the person that you hear on radio, is definitely not the person that I was even last week, even yesterday, because I have changed so much, but as a result of the
Mm.
people that I've come across in my life, including you, Candice, I've learned so much from you and also the experiences that I've had in my life. So,
Mm.
community to me is everything. What does community mean to you?
First of all, I must tell you, right, that ever since you taught me about the word Ubuntu, I really love it so much. All right. And before that, I definitely did not hear about it, but
That's
it's
awesome.
such a significant, it has such significant meaning. So
Yes.
for me, now communities, I think, come in many forms, right? We have communities
Yes.
based on like inner circle, our close friends, or sometimes it's due to common interests, or even paid communities, like paid membership, then you become in a
Yes.
community. Am I right? But
Yes.
to me, something that's closest to my heart will be communities that are spontaneously formed because people are drawn together due to
Yes.
certain ideals, all right, in their mind, the energies, the frequencies, the topics we like, or I mean, like this community. And perhaps think deeper. We have the same mission and
Yes.
values, purpose in life. So we naturally come together.
Love
So
it.
that alignment, that thread that pulls us all together, that
Yes.
is community to me.
I love it. I
Mm.
love it. That common thread in the tapestry of life.
Wow. Okay. You add.
So, how is what you do related to community?
Okay, so I must quickly make it short this time. Um,
That's fine.
I think during COVID, right, I started this virtual tea sessions, and later I call it Me Space, and I
Love it.
advertised on Facebook for more than 4 months. Actually, I just left it like going on,
Yeah.
and I offered a 2 hour workshops. So 2 hour workshop, and I did it in very small groups because that time I didn't know I could do this Me Space in a bigger group. So I was doing like 3 to 4 people. I had really many sessions,
Yeah.
and people from all walks of life, they really sign up. And within 10 minutes, they're sharing with me their deepest secrets that maybe their closest colleague who came with them didn't know about,
Yeah.
the battle with illnesses and all that. And it
Wow.
really touched my heart. And to me, that was the community, that is the true community that I want to build.
Love it.
And I used to say, when I was working, I love what I do, okay? And do what I love. I thought it's interchangeable. I think I mentioned it in your show last time. And I
Yeah.
thought, yeah, it's interchangeable. It's the same, right? But then later on, one day, I realized it's totally different because I loved what I did in my
Yes.
work, all right, in the organizations. I truly love it. I thought I was
Yes.
going to work in MNC for life because it was
I
so
can
challenging
imagine.
and nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
but then when I actually encountered this Me Space and all the people who came in,
Yeah.
who were strangers, actually, I realized this is doing what I love. Totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to me,
Yes.
community is this. The only thing is that I need to learn from it. I don't know how to pull them all together. So they were like separate groups, all of them.
Um,
Mm,
I will say that, sometimes there is necessity for separation, and
mm,
sometimes they can all come together. But if you continue to do it and to strive, you will see that eventually you will there will be a marrying of
mm,
sorts, right? I've learned that, to be honest with you, I've learned that, you know, when you get started, sometimes you don't actually know what it is that you're doing. You're just getting started, you're learning, you're thinking on your
mm,
feet. And if you continue that, if you be consistent, if you strive to be resilient and determined, that's when really this this mission that you're on will flourish and bloom, right? Um, let's go to the comments quickly. Oh my gosh. Okay. Jamie says, I love that. We can think too much, right?
Mm.
Whitney was
It's,
asking, is it gloom or doom? So, Whitney, what Candice was saying was she was talking about a gloom mindset, which is the
mm,
negative mindset, and then the positive mindset or growth mindset is the bloom mindset. So B as in Bob, L-O-O-M, all gloom. So I love that. Jamie is acknowledging, he says, trust in yourself. Wise words those. Woo! I love it. And Jamie is also saying mindset, yes, Inga, but also a wonderful way to force yourself to grow quickly. Just forcing yourself to learn, adapt, and break out. Just
mm.
step out and forward. Woo! Wow. You guys are just, yeah, you're speaking to me, my language. Um, Okay, so Chow Boon Sim is asking a question. He says, is there a number to form a community? Can two persons be considered a community? What do you think, Candice?
I think two persons will be the beginning of a community. No, because you
Yeah,
always start from small to big, and
yes.
in fact, a community must not be defined by the number of people in
Number.
it. As I
Yes.
said, it must be the number of hearts. The
Yes.
yeah, what you're
Yes.
drawn to, the togetherness.
I love that.
Hmm.
Um, let me read you something that a listener sent us on the WhatsApp group. This is from Audrey. She says, sorry, I need to cough. Sorry, it's not gonna work.
Take care.
Sorry, Candice. Can you
No issue. Take care.
yes, uh please share with
I
us
thought
your
so.
thoughts and mindset?
Yeah. So, what were we talking about? Yeah. When it comes to resilience, right? I think it's very important to know that it's very closely connected to mindset because it's a stacking of our experiences. You know, what happens is that, let's say, some of us, we are more resilient. So when we meet, when life throws a challenge to us, they, we are able to bounce up and bounce forward. All right, that is being resilient. And for others, or maybe we have gone through that journey as well, they would fall into a deep black hole because of the intensity of the challenge. But the sad thing is that once this happens, and if we do not get out of it, the brain is going to learn that pattern. So the next time, so let's say it takes months, right? It takes you months to get out of that. And the next time, when a similar incident, not similar in that sense, not even close in intensity, right? It's much less. But what happens is that your brain is going to fall back and go back to the same pattern. So this is stacking. I call it stacking of incidents. And if this goes on, it becomes more and more difficult. But we can certainly intercept and
Yes.
learn new patterns. Yeah.
Excuse me. I just coughed.
How are you now?
I'm okay. Thank you. Thank you for taking the reins. I want to acknowledge what Audrey sent us. She says, win in your mind and you will win in your reality. Whew,
Mm,
right?
powerful. Yes.
Very powerful. And Shawnee said she loves this conversation. So thank you. Thank you, Shawnee. Yes, let's talk about a little bit about stacking.
Mm,
Can you define it a little bit more for us so that we can understand how to overcome it? I know that it's not easy, but it is something that we can strive for.
mm. Definitely, we can work on it. All right.
Mhm.
So the thing is that first we must prep ourselves. We must be open to this, that we
Mhm.
can change.
Mm.
Right. And then
Yes.
after that, we need to intercept by repeatedly doing it.
Mm.
And I have like a core brain workout. So you keep repeating those steps and you keep practicing. And then before you know it, you're going to gradually come out of it and be
Mm.
stronger, be more resilient. Because let's face it, right? In today's world, none of the soft skills are important. They are important, but nothing is as important as resilience.
Mm.
Because if we are not resilient, then if we come across those challenging tasks, it'll become unconquerable to us.
Right?
Yeah.
Because really nobody ever promised us that life would be easy.
Mm,
We all face challenges. Some of us, it can be every day. And every day there's a new or a few new challenges that we
mm,
face. But if we don't build our resilience, we won't be able to conquer them and
yes.
come out on top, right?
Oh yeah. Can I?
Yes, tell
Because
me.
you're asking me like any solution, right? Right. Just now or
Yes,
any technique. Yeah.
yes,
So
please.
I realized I didn't answer that, so I must quickly give a technique.
Okay.
One of the techniques is that you compartmentalize. All right. That means you see what happens is that when life throws a challenge to us, we sink, and then what happens is if we're not resilient, you're going to see only that challenge. It's going to cover everything else. So you only see the gloom, right? But if you compartmentalize your emotions and your thoughts, right? Then you can overcome this more easily. Meaning that at any one point in time, let's say we're faced with a certain challenge, right? But
Yes.
take notice, something else in your life can be a little detail here and there is a happy moment, but you just didn't notice because we choose to sink into the doom and gloom. But if
Yes.
you notice, so once I shared on my LinkedIn, even I did like my whole week, pictures. And I have a very sad picture, I have a happy picture, I have like one stage also, I
Uh-huh.
was going through something in my family and I was really sad. But at the same time, my business was doing quite well.
Yes.
So I realized at that time I was quite happy with that, but
Mm.
I was very disheartened with something else. So it's very
Mm.
important to be able to separate and
Yes.
see all the different emotions that you have and put them in different compartments.
I love that. You know, Candice, I will tell you, I know some people that, you know, they can be having an excellent day. They wake up
Mm,
early, they're able to do what they need to do before they have to start their day. Um, they have good meetings. Everything goes well for the day. And then one thing is bad. And
mm,
then all of a sudden, this person will say, I'm having a bad day. No, it's not a
yes,
bad day.
yeah, yeah,
It's just a
that's
bad
right.
moment,
Mm,
right? And I realize that I do that. Yes, there are things that can bring me down. Yes, and I'm talking about compartmentalizing. I do that because, yes, of course, there's always a challenge that we face in life. There's always something that can make you sad. All you have to do is turn on the news and see some sadness that's happening
Mm.
all around us. But the thing is, we need to compartmentalize because otherwise, our entire outlook on life will be negative, right? I love that. Thank
Exactly.
you, Candice. Oh my gosh. Um, One more comment from Jamie. It says, we must be able to face the challenges. When we stop facing them, we lose out before even starting. Right,
Right.
right. Candice, we have reached the top of the hour. It's such a juicy conversation. I don't even want to let you go. But thank you for taking time out to be part of this show, to come and share your wisdom with us. I think the most important thing that we need to remember is that when we are faced with doom, we need to look at how it is that we can help ourselves forward, right? And one of the things that you shared with us is beautiful. You said compartmentalize. Jamie says, a bad moment, yes. Recognize and process the emotion, but then move on and keep everything in perspective. Woo! As said, compartmentalize that negative thought and move forward. I want to I want to read you something, Candice, because remember I told you, um, after you were on my show, on the Maiden show, people were asking for you to come back. Yes, somebody says something. They say, wow, wow. Due to the passion we have for what we do, we endure being in that bird cage because you're in your happy space, your comfort zone, right? But with
Mm.
the hope of one day spreading our wings. Candace is
Wow.
touching me in such a deep way, giving me hope that I will soar. So
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you
that
for
is
you know,
beautiful.
for putting it so beautifully,
Yes.
better than I did.
Oh my gosh. Cecilia is agreeing with you. She says, my kind of girl, compartmentalize. I will malfunction if I don't. Right? So,
It's great.
okay,
Mm.
Candice, won't you share with the audience if they would like to connect with you, where can they do so? And also your final thoughts on our conversation, please.
Where can you okay, you can find me on LinkedIn, Candice Cheng. I think you can um
Reach out to me and I
yes,
can
yes,
connect.
that's right, that's right. Or you can find me easily. Yeah, you can recognize me on a photo. Last thoughts, right? I want to thank Inga so much because I knew it that when I come here, I'm going to learn from you, not only from you, from the audience, because they were really chipping in and, you know, making
Yeah.
things, crystallizing even the things that we say and put it in more beautiful words. So we're learning as a community.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm really happy. And when you enjoy something, when you're in that flow state, time passes quickly, isn't it?
Yes, it does. I can't believe it's an hour. And you know what you're saying about enjoying something just
Yeah,
takes me back to what you said on my maiden show. Do what you love and love what you do.
what you do. And finally, maybe I just share the positive thought. I share a positive thought a day in LinkedIn. So today is 309
Wow.
ninth day. So what I wrote is that for your show, okay, I came up with this. Mind your thoughts to open up possibilities and feel simply great. Yeah.
Mind your thoughts to open up possibilities and
Possibilities.
feel simply great. Wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being an awesome guest. I knew when I asked you to be here, you are going to come and we're going to have an awesome conversation and I'm going to learn from you. And I have. So thank you, Candace. Thank you for sharing not
Thank,
just your thoughts, but yourself with us. We appreciate you.
thank you. Thank you again. Heartfelt thanks, Inga. And thank you to all our audience.
Yes.
Thank you
Thank you
so
to
much.
you, Jamie Fagan, Chow Boon Sim, Whitney Koch. I see there's a Facebook user that was there. And then Danica um, Agon Chillo. Thank you for watching live and tuning in here with us. And then thank you to you, Cecilia Les, Shawnee Peterson, Audrey Weber, Tanya Samuels, Chrislyn Skippers, and Nareen Rampono, and Katie Williams as well. And to my anonymous guests as well. There are some people that message me privately. Thank you. Thank you to you for being here with us and being part of the conversation. Thank you, Candice. I hope you sleep well. It is 1:36 in the morning for you. So I appreciate you very much. Take care and be blessed. I will release you.
Thank you so much and all the best.
Take care.
Stay
Bye.
healthy, be happy. Bye.
Say it again.
Stay healthy, be
Yeah.
happy, and live energetically.
Wow. Stay healthy, be
Be
happy,
happy
and
and live
live energetically.
energetically.
Awesome. Thank you. Be blessed. Take care.
Thank
And if you're still watching, thank you for being here with us. It was a privilege and a pleasure to be able to have this conversation with Candace and you. If you would like to come and be part of the continuing conversation, you may do so by tuning in to afrikaap.co.za, um, and just listen as I wrap up and play some music related to mindset. Why not? It was such a pleasure and a privilege to spend this hour and a bit with you. So we'll be back next week for another episode of Wonder Woman Wednesday. And just so you know, we'll be talking to Katie McDermott and talking about stroke awareness because May is Stroke Awareness Month. And Katie is coming to share with us because she is a two times stroke survivor. So come be part of the conversation on AfriKaap Radio Live. You may do so through listening live on the website afrikaap.co.za. And if you want to join the conversation on WhatsApp, please do by sending us a message on +2769 714 45204. And this is Inga van Roy signing off with another episode of Wonder Woman Wednesday. And we are live, continuing the live on Africa Online Radio's website. Come over and join us. I'm going to be playing some awesome music. Come join us there on that side. Take care. Be blessed. Ciao for now.